you an opportunity, and there will be a small fee for that, right? So I just want to share this in the beginning so that you do not get surprised in the end. If this is clear with everybody, put C for clear. Also, this is a qualification, which means if you stay till the end, only then will I do something special for you and give you that opportunity to continue this journey with me. Amazing. Thank you so much. So now, how many of you are meeting me for the first time? If you're meeting me for the first time, put 1 in the chat box. If this is your first interaction with me. Amazing. Thank you. So, do I have your permission to share a little about my life with you in just 1 minute or 2 minutes so that there is some connection between us? So, if I have your permission, please give me P for permission in the chat box. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So, my name is Riddhi Devra. I live in Gurgaon. I have a wonderful husband and I'm mother to a son, and he's 8 years old now. And I've been doing this work for 8 years, ever since he was in my life. And now I do parenting workshops for some of the top trainers and coaches in India. I do big workshops offline, train in schools. I do a lot of events for big organizations like FICCI, YPO, and this is how my journey started 8 years back when I became a mother. And when I became a mother, just like every other mother, I wanted to do the best for my child. I wanted to be the best mother, best wife, best daughter in law. I wanted everybody to love me. But I really struggled. In this chase to be a perfect mother, I actually became a miserable person. I was shouting, screaming, I was feeling irritated, I was fighting with my husband. If somebody told me something, I was just feeling very frustrated. How many of you can feel what I'm sharing? If you are going through that or if you've been through that, put feel in the chat box. And when I looked into the mirror, I was not able to recognize myself. I was like, what has happened to me? I was not this person. And I was so lost and confused. And I'm a very religious person and I believe in Krishna, I believe in God. And one day, when I was praying, I was just standing in my mandir and I was telling God, what went wrong? I have everything. I have a good husband, good family, everything is there. Why can I not be happy? Why am I always so irritated, frustrated, feeling unhappy, sitting and crying? I didn't know what to do. And when I was in this moment, having this conversation with God, I got my answer. And the answer was, I need to learn about parenting. I thought maybe other mothers can do it naturally, but maybe for me it is not happening. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. So I want to learn. And I started learning about parenting. And all of these mentors, they are mostly international because 8 years back, there was very little awareness about parenting in India. So everything that I am today, it is only because of my mentors. So I want to thank them. And everything in my life changed when I surrendered to my mentors. And now I'm doing a lot of like my relationship with my husband improved, with my child improved, even with my in-laws. Even though everybody was nice, I was not able to see it. I was not able to feel it because I was such an irritated person myself. But once I started focusing on my energy, my growth, my life, what I wanted from my life, I became calm and everything else started to improve. And now I'm doing workshops for top corporates like Walmart, Ernst& Young, KPMG. Then I keep interacting with some of the top parenting experts in the world like Tina Payne Bryson, Siggy Cohen, and constantly interacting with them. I'm sharing my notes with them. They're sharing information with me. I also interact with celebrities जैसे Alia Bhatt, Soa Ali Khan. इन सब के साथ I not too many times but a few times I've been able to interact, and I want to appreciate Alia because she's been learning about parenting even before she became a mother. Then I was given a doctorate in parenting, and I create a lot of content on Instagram. I have more than 500,000 followers on Instagram, and the reason why I started creating content on Instagram, even though I had never imagined I would be a parenting coach. I was from the fashion background. I had a beautiful fashion store called Riddhi and Revika. We were retailing internationally. But when I became a mother, when I started learning, I saw the shift and I decided other mothers need it. And I started sharing my experiences on Instagram. and I got certified and I started sharing good quality information on Instagram. But even after that, I felt that it was not working out for mothers. Mothers were still struggling. And the reason they were struggling was because on Instagram, there is no real structure. It's like random pieces of information every day. Sometimes you're talking about discipline, sometimes talking about food, sometimes talking about health, sometimes. So it is very random. And the next reason why nobody was getting results was because there was no clarity. The only way mothers were able to speak with me was by putting a message under my post, and now I have so many comments impossible to read, or sending a DM. So that's the only way you can interact on Instagram. So there was no clarity, there was no feedback, nobody to tell mothers or nobody to tell you if you're doing the right thing. Correct? And then, of course, no community. How many of you think that it is so important for us uh, to speak with each other, to have those heart to heart conversations with each other, to feel good? आपको लगता है कि ज़रूरी है कि हम एक दूसरे से बात करें, अपने प्रॉब्लम्स डिस्कस करें, तभी हमें अच्छा फील होगा? सिर्फ ऐसे वन साइडेड लर्निंग नेवर वर्क्स, राइट? And this is why mothers were feeling stuck. They were not feeling confident. And how many of you are experiencing the same challenge? If you're experiencing the same challenge, put E for experience. That even though I've been learning from here and there, it is still not working for me. Yes. And I'm going to now launch a poll just to see where you are on this journey of learning. So I've launched a poll and I want you to select. In case the poll is not showing for you, do not worry. Just put it in the chat box. Yes. Yes. Saira, if you're not able to see, you can just put it in the chat box, your response. That are you just a beginner, or you're learning from Instagram, social media, or you're already learning from somebody, but you want to learn and explore more? Amazing. So from what I see, almost, yeah, some of you are still selecting. Yes. So from what I see, almost 70% of this room is not learning. You're a beginner, which is great. And I want to congratulate you for starting your journey of learning, because this is the most important thing we need to do for our children. The next I see around, yeah, almost 15 to 20% of you are learning on different Instagram, social media, but you're still feeling stuck because you're not getting the answers to your problems. And the third category, mothers who are already learning, almost 10% already learning from somewhere, but you want to explore more and you want to learn more. So I also want to congratulate you for choosing to be a lifelong learner. Amazing. So because of these challenges, mothers were still stuck, and that's exactly why I started conducting these master classes. And I also have this beautiful community of mothers, which is what I'll be inviting you into towards the end. This is not compulsory for anybody. Only if you feel you want to learn more, you join the community. Otherwise, you see what I have for you now, right? And before I share with you the 3 beautiful secrets and the 3 beautiful steps that I have for you, I want to ask you a very important question. Are you here because you seriously want to learn about parenting, or you're here just to check out and explore? If you're serious, put S for serious. If you're here just to explore, put E for explore. Yes, and be honest. Yes, I love that most of you are serious. Some of you are putting E for explore, so thank you for your honesty. Amazing. And the next thing, one other thing that I want to clarify, और ये बहुत ज़रूरी है clarify करना, this is not a problem solving masterclass. Which means if you are thinking that today I will get a systematic solution to my problem, कि मेरे problem का solution मुझे आज मिल जाएगा यहाँ पे, तो ये मास्टर क्लास आपके लिए नहीं है. अगर आप चाहें तो आप अभी इस मास्टर क्लास को एग्जिट कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि मैं आपको वो उम्मीद नहीं देना चाहती. आई डोंट वांट टू बिल्ड दैट फॉल्स होप इन यू that today you will get the answer for your question. Why am I sharing this? Because there are so many learners. How many of you understand it is impossible for me to dive deep into every single mother's question today? If you understand, put U for understand. तो अगर आपको लग रहा है कि my child does not study, उसका पूरा स्टेप बाय स्टेप सोल्यूशन आज आपको, not the place for you. If you think my child watches too much screen and you are looking for the step by step solution for that, not the place for you. Today I'm going to give you a path, that this is the path that you need to follow as a mother. अगर आप ये path follow करेंगे, then you will definitely see improvement in your life. You will definitely be able to do better for your child. So how many of you are ready to learn with an open mind, no judgment, and become the best student? So for today, I want you to be the best student. If you want to become the best mother, you have to first become the best student. So put BS in the chat box, that I want to be the best student. Yes, this is very, very important, because sometimes even after giving so much value, teaching so much, mothers will be like, ma'am, you did not tell me how to make my child study. Understand, only to teach you how to make your child study will take me 2 hours. So this is giving you the path. If everybody is 100% okay with it, put 100. I need to double check, triple check, 4 times check with you on this one. I don't want to disappoint anybody. I want all of you to feel good in this process, because learning should give us joy. Learning should give us, it should make us feel good. Amazing. So now I'm going to share with you 3 secrets. Now, honestly, these are no secrets. They will look like secrets because these are actually principles. Principles means things that will work in 1999, it will work in 2099 also, which means 1000 साल बाद भी यही चलेगा, 100 साल बाद भी. So these things do not, they're timeless, which means no matter what your age is, no matter what the age of your child is, you have to follow this path. And this path I'm going to share with you in the form of 3 secrets. So if you're ready to learn these 3 secrets, put 3S in the chat box, that yes, I'm ready to learn these 3 secrets. Amazing. So now I'm going to pull out my whiteboard for you. And please confirm if you can see my whiteboard. If you can see my whiteboard, please put yes in the chat box. Amazing. I love this room. Amazing energy. Beautiful mothers. Not even able to take your name. So much energy in the chat box. Lovely. Amazing. So 3 principles and 3 secrets, whatever you feel like calling them. So the first thing that we have to do as mothers is called self-training. Now this is very, very important, because what happens is the minute we become mothers, our full focus is on the child. We are like, my child should study, my child should not watch the TV, my child should learn this activity, my child should do this, my child should learn piano. Full focus is on the child, which is great, because as mothers, we want to focus on our children. But the main foundation of parenting is you. You are the root. So understand this. Supposing there is a tree. The tree has roots. If you water the root, only then the water will reach the leaves, the fruits, the branches, everything. Your child is the fruit, but you are the root. So put R for root in the chat box if you understand. So first you have to train yourself. पहले खुद की training करनी पड़ेगी. If you do not train yourself as a mother, you cannot train your child. And this is why most mothers struggle. Because we are so focused on the children that we forget that first I need to train myself. So now I'm going to share this with you. Why are we so worried as mothers? Why do we feel so stuck? The first reason is because we don't know what to do. All of us want to do so much for our children, but I don't know exactly what to do. It's like you want to bake a cake, but you don't know how to bake a cake. That's exactly where we are. Then so many things to do. As mothers, हमें कितना कुछ करना पड़ता है. Kitchen work, house work, office work, husband work, in-laws work. So much to do. इतना कुछ करना पड़ता है, and then we feel मेरे पास time नहीं है. But how many of you agree that there is nothing more important than you and your child? If you agree, put A for agree. That there is nothing that is more important than me and my child. So how come we have time for everything, but we don't have time 10 minutes, 15 minutes just to learn and upskill ourselves as mothers? So this is something that we need to understand, कि जो चीज़ हमारे लिए important है उसके लिए हम समय निकालेंगे. We have to find time for the important things. And then emotionally stuck. Because mothers usually feel that I'm a working mother, I'm not giving time to my child doesn't love me, or I don't want to hit my child, but I end up hitting my child. Or if you're a homemaker, you have so much to do at home that you feel बच्चे के लिए समय नहीं मिल रहा, I get no time for my child. So you feel very emotionally stuck. And this is why, we are not being able to enjoy our journey as a mother. And before that, we also need to understand what is our role as a mother. A carpenter knows that my role is to fix the furniture. Plumber knows I have to fix the pipe. As mothers, we don't know what is our role. If you think this is a bulb on, put BO. Nobody ever told us what is our role. The only thing we know for sure is we will bring the child into this world. So let me ask you a very simple question. And this is a question my mentor asked me 8 years back. How many of you think we should be best friends to our children? If you think we should be best friends to our children, put yes in the chat box. अगर आपको लगता है हमें अपने बच्चों का बेस्ट फ्रेंड होना चाहिए तो yes डालिए चैट बॉक्स में. Yes. So most of you are putting yes. And even I put yes 8 years back. But the actual answer is no. We cannot be best friends to our children. Why? Because as mothers, we have to have boundaries. So imagine if your child is smoking or drinking, you cannot allow that. Maybe later you will get okay with it. In the beginning, you will stop your child. And the minute you stop your child, you are out of the best friend category. Your child will not treat you like a best friend if you stop. But as mothers, we have to stop because we have to do what is better for our children. Correct? So all of us can become friendly. You can be friendly with your child, but don't try to be best friends, because when you try to become a best friend, what happens is your child will become your boss. And you will have to do everything that your child is asking you to do. How many of you are experiencing that? Put E for experience. So we want to love our children, but we also have to have some rules and regulations for them. So we will not be best friends, but we will be friendly. So now we know that what we don't have to be. But what do we have to be then? We have to be coaches. We are all coaches. Put C for coach in the chat box. Now you know what you are. As a mother, you are a coach, coaching your child. And what does a coach do? Coach will give guidance, will give direction, will give your child the wisdom to intelligence to understand that this is right for you, beta, this is not good for you, bacha. Don't do this. So now if somebody tells you what is your role as a mother, you will say, I am a coach and I'm going to give direction to my child. I'm not going to boss around my child. I'm going to give guidance to my child with love and with affection. Now what do we have to do as mothers? So now we know why we are stuck, what is our role, पर अब करना क्या है? What should I do? So this is what you have to do. A few things, right? I'm giving you the pathway now. So I'm sure when I share this with you, a lot of questions will keep coming to you. But I wish I could have gone deep. But right now, having this solid path is very important, because this path, you are very lucky if you're in this room. It has taken me 8 years to design this path for you. So what you're getting is very, very special, right? So the first thing, how many of you want your child to respect you? If you want your child to respect you, put me in the chat box. All of us, right? Everybody wants. But understand one thing. Respect cannot be asked for. You cannot tell your child, you should respect me, I'm your mother. आपको मेरी respect करनी चाहिए. No. Respect has to be earned. कमाना पड़ता है respect. How many of you have at least one person in your life who thinks you should respect them? Let's say, I'm just taking an example. My mother-in-law is very nice. So let's say your mother-in-law. Maybe she thinks that you should respect her, but you are not being able to respect her for whatever XYZ reason. That doesn't mean you're not a good person. You are a good person. But why are we not able to respect a few people? Because they don't deserve that respect. So just like that, if you want your child to respect you, you have to deserve that respect. And the only way to deserve that respect is for us to be a learning mother and not to be a teaching mother. We are all the time teaching, 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 teaching. ये कर लो, वो कर लो, ऐसे कर लो, वैसे, and we are nagging. And when somebody is nagging, what do we want to do? We want to run away from them. अगर आपको कोई हर टाइम बोलेगा ऐसे करो ऐसे मत करो, will you not feel like running away from them? If you will, put yes in the chat box that yes, मेरा मन करेगा मैं भाग जाऊं. Just like that. And of course, our intention is not to do that. हम नहीं करना चाहते. We don't want to be after our children's life. But because we don't know what to do, we end up doing it. Nobody tells us how to communicate. Nobody teaches us what to do. So that's why we end up. So please be a learning mother and not a teaching mother. The most important thing that you can give to your child is the gift of a learning mother. हम उनके लिए ये सब खरीदते हैं ना, एक्टिविटीज, टॉयज, हैमली से बर्थडे पार्टीज और ये सारी चीजें, उससे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है आप खुद को एडुकेट करें ताकि आप अपने बच्चे की सही परवरिश कर पाए. How many of you think this is super important? Put SI in the chat box. कि सिर्फ बच्चों को अच्छी स्कूल भेजने से नहीं होगा, हमें खुद को ग्रो करना पड़ेगा ताकि हम उनको ग्रो कर पाए. एंड दैट्स माय नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. ग्रो योरसेल्फ एज अ मदर. बी एन अपडेटेड मॉम. This is so important. Imagine, this is you and this is your husband or your child. Okay, let's say this is your child, right? Now, as a mother, you're only doing so much for your child. My child should go to a good school. My child should go do good activities. My child should do this. My child should do that. And some of us quit our career for our children. Some of us have decided to be homemakers so that we can be with our children. And we are here. And our children are growing. And the world is moving at a very fast pace. So can you see the gap between you and your child is increasing? Now you don't even know what is happening in the outside world because you are doing so much for your child. You have compromised your whole life for your child. So now, and even if you're a working mother, you are not understanding what is happening in their world because you are very busy with your work. So now what is happening is there is a gap between you and your child. Your child thinks, okay, my mother doesn't understand me. My mom is not so cool. Is everybody agreeing with this, that children these days, their mental level and our mental level is very different? If you agree, put A for agree. That the way, like my son, he's only 8, right? He came to me once and he started calling me, hey bro. And I was like, what is this bro thing, right? But understand, we cannot blame the child because this is what my child is listening. Now, if I start correcting my child immediately, he will feel my mom is so uncool. Right? So what will I do? I will allow him to call me bro and later I will tell him, beta ऐसे मत बोलो, एक ही जन है जो मुझे मम्मी बोलता है. There is only one person who calls me mummy. You stick with mummy. You can call your friends bro. So we have to grow. And that is very important. So put put updated mom, UM in the chat box, that I want to be an updated mother. If you are using your Purana parenting strategies with modern day children, they are not going to take us seriously. Then be child focused. This is very important. Now, how many of you worry that, this person is not a good influence on my child, or this person is, not a good influence on my child, or this person I don't want to leave my child with? If you worry about that, put worry in the chat box. That yes, I worry about it. Most of us, right? But now I want to tell you something very powerful. Please stop worrying. And this is this kahavat in Hindi. I'll translate it in English. Chinta se chaturai ghate, dukh se ghate sharir. If you take tension, nothing will happen. Only your intelligence will reduce. If you are very sad and stressed, your body will suffer. So understand, let me give you a small story that will help you understand this better. Imagine you're walking on a road, right, with your child. And while you're walking, there are a lot of potholes, lot of gaddhas on the road. Are you going to go and fill the pothole? Or are you going to train your child that when we walk carefully? If you are going to train your child, put T for train. That I'm going to train my child to walk carefully. I definitely cannot go and fill the potholes. Correct? So just like that, you have to train your child. You cannot change the people, because right now you know that my child is interacting with this one or two people, but later your child will have a bigger circle. You will not even know half the people your child is talking to. So how many people are you planning to change? We cannot change. We have to give them the wisdom to understand what is good for them. So be child focused and not world focused. Do not worry about what other children are doing. Your focus should only be my child. How can I raise a child who will be a good influence on other children? Don't worry about how other children are influencing your child. If you think this is an amazing way of thinking, put A for amazing. Because whatever you focus on will grow. So if you focus on your child's potential, capability, ability will grow. And this is possible. Why can I say this? It's happening with so many mothers. So it will happen with you. So raise a child who is going to become an inspiration for other children. Don't worry about other children, what they are doing to your child. Then identify your parenting style. This is very important. Why? Because understand, is my speed okay? If my speed is okay, put okay. I'm going very slow. Don't try to write every word, because think of this as a nice movie. When you're watching it with fun, it will go to the right brain. Right brain will recall 90%. Yes. Now identify your parenting style. Now, this is very important, because the style that you follow will decide your child's behavior. So, there are 4 different styles. I'm sharing one idea with you, okay? So, understand, you're a very strict mother, right? And you are scolding your child a lot. And you feel that if I don't discipline my child will not do anything. Now you are following the authoritarian parenting style. If you're very strict, shouting all the time, I'm not saying you're doing it on purpose, it's just happening because of all the other irritation in your life. It's all coming out, and child is also not cooperating, and you end up. So now what will happen in this case? Your child will either become very good, will listen to everything that you are saying. That is called the good girl, good boy syndrome. Or your child will become very rebellious, will not listen to anything. It'll be like, no matter what I do, my mother will never be happy. She will always shout at me. This is called the bad girl syndrome. So both of these things not good for our children when they step into the real world. Either people will put too much pressure on them, or what will happen? They will not listen to anybody and they will be very rude to other people. Again, not good for them. So your parenting style is having a huge effect on your child's behavior. Why? Because they have something called the mirror neurons, which is also called the monkey neurons in psychology, right? They're always watching what you're doing. And it's all going deep into their subconscious mind. And if you have a child below age group 8, they are under hypnosis, which means their subconscious mind is even more active. A good way to check, some of you will remember incidents from your childhood very clearly, but you might not remember what you ate 1 week back. If this is true, put T for true. That I remember some incidents from my childhood very clearly, but I don't remember what I ate 1 week back. Why? Because when we are small, our subconscious mind is under hypnosis. Memory is very strong, right? So very important. And then of course, we have to change our actions to change the results that we see in our children. So, right now I cannot cover that in depth. It's a full 90-minute thing where I'll share with you different parenting styles, the result of the style and the impact on the child. What type of child are you creating? And how can you change your style to create an independent, disciplined, happy child? Right? So very important for us to know this as a mother. Then also important for us to understand how our brain is designed, the design of our brain, because parenting understand very scientifically. It's very simple, but very important to understand. So let me tell you, why do we end up getting angry with our children even if we don't want to? Why do we end up hitting them sometimes? Why do we punish them, get irritated so easily? Why does that happen? It's because of the brain. So understand this. Let's say the main function of the brain is to protect you from danger. तो ब्रेन का एक हिस्सा है which is called the reptilian brain, protects us from danger. So let's say your mother-in-law is saying something, or your boss or your colleague or somebody senior to you is saying something to you, maybe you don't agree with them, maybe you do not approve of it, but are you going to scold them? Are you going to hit them? Put yes or no in the chat box. No, right? We will never scold or hit our mother-in-law or our boss or our colleague, even if we don't agree, even if we feel bad. Why? Because the brain is sending you a danger signal that don't do this. Because if you do this, they will also say 10 things to you. They might hit you. They will judge you. And that's why we are scared and we don't do it, because of the danger signal. But when it comes to our children, the brain will not send any danger signal, because the brain does not suspect any danger. The brain knows, even if we hit our children, even if we slap them, punish them, push them, emotionally torture them, no matter what we do, our children, your brain is not giving you the signal when the child is involved, because our children are too good. And they will not harm us, they will not judge us, they will not go and tell other people bad things about us. So that is why we need to rewire our brain. So put RB in the chat box if you now understand why is it so important as a mother to rewire our brain. Put RB. And this rewiring cannot happen in just one day. It is a process, it is a journey, right? Yes. And this is one thing that I follow and I've been following, and I encourage every mother in my community to follow, is parent yourself before you parent your child. 80% of parenting depends on who you are as a mother. And all of us have heard this line, no, dharam patni. It's never dharam pati. Why? Because a mother, a wife, you are the person who is going to set the energy of the house. And you will decide the dharma of your house. So it is very important for you to first parent yourself. And this is why I follow this as a mission. Mom energy equals family energy equals world energy. Your energy as a mother will decide your child's energy, your husband's energy, the energy of the whole family. And imagine if each one of us are able to shift the energy of our family, the world energy is going to change. And when you look at parenting in this way, all your small problems will get solved without any worry. So put ME in the chat box if you are going to prioritize mom energy. Please, it is my humble request to you. Please find the time to learn and grow yourself as a mother. If you are only focused on your child, nahi hone wala hai. I'm telling you, I've been doing this work for the last. Am I audible? Some of you are saying if I'm not audible to you, it's at your end. Please use earphones. Yes. Amazing. So this is the first secret, self-training. Put ST in the chat box if you think this is really, really important. Self-training. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this. Yes. Done? Amazing. Now moving to the next point, which is something that we are always thinking about. 1 second. And that is child training. Just like self-training, let me share with you what are the biggest problems that we experience when it comes to taking this randomly. Over the last 9 years, I've interacted with more than 100,000 mothers at least, and these are challenges that most of us are experiencing. The first biggest problem, child watching too much screen. Second, child is not studying, not focused, not concentrating. Third, child is not listening to me. Child is very stubborn, giving back answers, crying too much, all of those things. Fourth, very hyperactive child. And child is not sitting in one place, shouting all the time, not doing anything constructive, wasting all the time. That's one problem that mothers have. child is having some learning delays. These days, a lot of children are diagnosed with ADHD, learning delays, speech delays. That's one problem. Then teenage parenting, big thing. You have to learn teenage parenting. This is a big thing because according to statistics, maximum suicide and depression is happening in the age group 13 to 21. Like, because of, teenagers not being able to regulate their emotions. And the reason why they are not able to regulate their emotions is because of lack of proper support and understanding at home, and lot of pressure from their friends. I'll be discussing that in depth also. And then of course single parenting. So the divorce rate has gone up because wives are not willing to tolerate poor treatment. So we have become more flexible in choosing to be with ourselves and not tolerate injustice, as whatever you want to call it, right? So these are the top 7 problems. And of course there are secondary problems like child not eating and child not writing, and all of those are a bunch of secondary problems. So how many of you think that your problem is also on this list? If you think your problem is also on this list, put yes in the chat box, that yes, my problem is also on the list. Yes, because all of us, we might be speaking different languages, we might come from different parts of the world, but our challenges are more or less the same, right? And now, why are we not able to solve these problems? Even though we know what the problems are, why are we not able to solve it? So let me tell you. First, we don't know how to do it. So the biggest problem is not that we don't know what the problem is, but we don't have a solution, and we are not even willing to learn and find the solution. If you agree with that, put A for agree. कि हमेशा हम अपने problems, मैं going on repeating our problem. See, tell me one thing. If you don't understand the meaning of a word, what will you do? You will open the dictionary, you will go find the word, or you will go and look for the meaning. But you will not keep saying that I don't know the meaning of this word. Just like that, if you know what is the problem, you need to learn and you need to get a structured recipe, right? Then we depend on random information from here and there, which I feel is something we should completely avoid, because it will make you feel lesser about yourself. Because you will go, you will see, sometimes if you're not doing anything, that's a different thing. But when you're taking the effort to learn from a proper place in a structured way. None of us are sending our children, none of us say that my child can learn on YouTube, my child can learn on Instagram. We send them to school. Why do you send your child to a school? So that the learning can happen in a structured way. So what makes us feel that I can learn on YouTube, I can learn on Instagram? Because learning requires not just information. There is no lack of information in today's world. What we really need is environment, mentorship, heart to heart connection, communication, implementation. If this is making sense, put MS. That yes, we need all of this. Only then can we help our children. अगर मैं अपने बच्चे को YouTube में नहीं पढ़ा रही, तो मैं क्यों YouTube में पढ़ूं? आप बोल सकते हो कि हाँ मैं इधर उधर से सीख रही हूं. आप ये नहीं बोल सकते हो कि आई एम अ लर्निंग मदर. Then understand, not one solution fits all. Every child is unique, every child is different, every child is special, every mother is different, and every mother's environment is different. Some of you are working mothers, some of you are homemakers, some of you are business owners, you have joint families, some of you have nuclear setup. So, let's say screen time. Now, as a screen time, I can say that, set a boundary and अपने बच्चे को बोलिए that only when you finish your homework will you get screen. Easy for me to say, but how will it work? If you are in a joint family, it will not work. Maybe you are not giving, but somebody else will give. How many of you are experiencing that? Put E for experience. That is why one solution can never fit all. That is why, we need to have somebody who is talking to us and guiding us on this journey, right? And depending on traditional parenting. Now, I'm not saying there is any problem with traditional parenting. What we learned from our dada dadi, nana nani, all of that is very important. But we need to update ourselves. Let me give you an example. Supposing there are two factories, factory A and factory B, right? Now, factory A and factory B both are doing equally well. Equal business, both are doing really well. Now, factory A decides to upgrade the technology. They will get new machine. Factory B decides, I will not get new machine. Now, tell me one thing. Will factory A do better or factory B will do better? Factory A is getting new machine. Factory B is getting not, yeah, factory A, right? All of us agree. Also, let me ask you another thing. Will factory B shut down? Will factory B shut down? No, it will continue to work. It will still continue. Just like that, if you are not learning about parenting, doesn't mean your child will not grow up. Doesn't mean your child will not be a good child. Your child will still be a good child. All children are good. But when you are learning, you can do better as a mother. And how many of you want to do better? Put B for better. So let's not sit with this ego कि मुझे पता है क्या करना है, मुझे सीखने की जरूरत नहीं है. I know a lot. Let's not be with that ego, because that ego is preventing our children from doing better. When we are doing so much for them, all our lives we are giving to them, we go beyond our means to get things for them. Like, one mother in my community, she was sharing, we have these weekly calls. She was sharing that for my child, I got a cycle. My child was crying every day for a cycle. 7,000 rupees she paid for a cycle, because the child kept, and she was like, it was very difficult for me to even get that, but she got it. And she said only 2 days my child looked at it, and after that my child did not even look at it. We do so much, so why not do this so that we can do better for our children? If you think this makes sense to you, put MS in the chat box. All right, so please, let's be evolving mothers. I don't think there is anything like good mother, bad mother. Every mother is good, but we have to keep evolving ourselves. So your version today has to be better than your version yesterday. Because understand, every day when you wake up, you are seeing a new child. Your child is changing every single day, not every year. Every year is the age is changing, but children change every day. If this is bulb on, put BO. So if children are changing every day, you need to keep upgrading and learning every day to catch up with your child. Thank you so much. Before I continue, I want to really appreciate this group for being super, super high on energy. And some of you, I can read your names. If you're not in the chat box, be in the chat box. Some of you, if you're from work, I completely understand that. Don't worry. Now, how to solve these problems. So I'm going to give you a few ideas that will help you find a solution to these problems. Right? I'm going to give you a path. Right? Deep to ek ghanta lagega, lekin path is also very important. Now, first understand your child's psychology. Our children's psychology is very different. Yes, thank you so much. Those of you who are joining from work, I really want to thank you. I know it's not easy, but you're doing this for your child. I really want to appreciate you. Thank you. So understanding your child's psychology. Is our children's psychology very different from parent psychology? Now, children always want to optimize for fun. They only want to have fun. They are very present focused. They are not, future focused. They're not thinking about the future. But as mothers, as adults, we are optimizing for a checklist. Breakfast done, child went to school, child had done homework, child slept. We're always ticking a list. Agree, put A for agree. So understand, and this is what we transfer to our children. We tell our children, Jaldi utho, you have to go to school. Finish your homework fast, you have school tomorrow. Now what you're doing, you're rushing your child. You're taking away the joy from the activity. So when you transfer this psychology to your child does not want to do it. The child is like, why? This is so boring. There is no fun in it. हर चीज जल्दी करो, ये क्या होता है? मुझे नहीं करना. And also, why do they not want to learn? Because learning is made so boring. Everything, just 1 second. Yeah. Let me pin myself again. Yeah. So everything is made so boring. When we introduce writing to them, we ask them to fill one whole paper with letter A. So now the brain is creating neural pathways. Oh my God, writing is so boring. So now your child doesn't want to write. And understand, now our children are competing with the screen. Their life is more difficult than our life. Because for us, of course, learning was challenging when we were growing up, but we didn't have this big monster called the screen. But now our children have that. So now we have to understand that they are growing up in a difficult environment. So instead of always blaming my child, that my child is always with the phone, my child is always with the screen, my child does not want to study, we have to understand that, child and me are on the same team. The screen is on the opposite team. So you have to tell your child, I know, beta, it's not easy for you with the screen. I know how much it is difficult, how difficult it is for you. And when you are able to connect and bring your child on your team, only then can you tackle these issues. And of course, there are different steps and processes. So first thing is to understand their psychology, then understand their age. Parenting very different for different age groups. So let me give you an example. Let's say if you have a toddlers requirement is they want to depend on us, they love us, they kiss us, they want to sleep with us, they want us to feed them, they want you to do everything for them, they want you to go for activity classes with them. If you are in your online class, they're like, mummy come to me, mummy come to me. They always want you to be with them. This is when they are below 8. After that, and sometimes 10 also, when they are becoming teenagers, teens, their needs are different. They want privacy, they want independence, they want authority. So now when your child is a teenager, you might want your child to spend time with you, but your child wants to be with the friends, wants to be with the screen, does not have time for you. And you might feel that my child doesn't love me. No, your child loves you, but the biology is changing for the child when the child is turning into a preteen and a teenager. So you cannot have the same expectations from a teenager and have the same expectation from the toddler. For a toddler, you have to give connection. For a teenager, you have to give space. Is everybody understanding? If you're understanding, put yes. And these things we have to learn, because if you don't learn, you will feel irritated, you will feel less as a mother, you will feel demotivated, you will feel my child doesn't love me, my child doesn't understand me. No, they do, but we don't understand our children because nobody taught us. We never learnt about it. Now let's understand the brain of our child, just like we understood our brain. Now, why are children not able to get rid of the screen? This is a big question that mothers have. It is something because of dopamine. So when you give the screen to your child, there is a chemical that is released in your child's brain, which is called dopamine. It is a feel-good hormone. So your child is feeling good and the brain is creating this memory. जब भी screen मिलता है, whenever I get the screen, I feel good. Now when you take the screen away, the dopamine falls. Now your child is feeling bad, your child is feeling irritated, frustrated, crying, not talking to you, and all of those things are happening. Why is it happening? Not because your child doesn't love you, not because your child does not want to respect you. It's because the brain is constantly firing your child that go get the screen, the body needs dopamine. So we have to understand the biology, that it is not that my child is a bad child, but I'm not able to understand what is happening in my child's brain because of which my child is behaving like this. It's not like my child does not want to study, it's because my child's brain is only not supporting my child. Yes, thank you, Jyoti. It is a bulb on. So we need to support our children, not blame, complain. And when you start to support your child the right way by understanding parenting the right way, your child will do so much that you cannot even imagine. And now, how can I say this? Because it is happening with every single mother in my community. Mothers are saying my child is getting 91%, my child has stopped watching screen, and I'll share with you those stories. How children from screen have become book readers. I'll be sharing those stories with you. So anything is possible if you guide them the right way. Then belief versus behavior. This is again very, very Saranya. Yes, though that's called healing. Yes. So belief versus behavior. See, understand, when our children are not doing something, we can see that my child is not eating, my child is not studying, my child is watching screen. वो सब दिख रहा है. We can see that. And that's why we think that is the problem. But that is not the problem. The real problem is what we cannot see, the child's emotion and the child's belief. Let me give you an example. Supposing your child's belief is, I should always, um I should always come first. So let's say he's playing a game of Ludo or any board game or racing or anything. Most children want to come first. Agree? If you agree, put A for agree. That when children are playing, they always want to come first. And when they lose, they start crying. Mostly. Some children don't, but most children, right? Why does that happen? Because children are born with this belief that I should come first. Not in studies, in everything else, right? That I should come first. And when they lose, what happens? They feel emotions, they feel bad. When they feel bad, they are not able to hold on to those emotions. And when they are not able to hold on to those emotions, blast. They will throw tantrums and all of that. And we only see the tantrum. We did not see the belief that my child's belief was to win. So if you want to change the behavior, you have to change the belief. And the good news is most children have only 4 beliefs, mostly. I want to come first. Nobody should say no to me. And I should get the best of everything. And my life should be super comfortable. So if you can change these 4 beliefs, all this behavior that you're seeing, this never ending list of behavior, you'll be able to fix. It's called emotional behavioral proficiency in parenting. But most of the time we are only focused on the now how can change. Yeah, again, it's a big process. Like I shared, I really want and I wish I can share everything with you in depth. I'm sharing the path with you right now. I'll give you one example since you asked how to change. Let me give you an example. So supposing my child's belief is everything in my life should be very easy, right? And supposing I'm just making this up, right? And now my child gives me this, I give this bottle to my child and my child is trying to open it. And my child is not able to open it because it's very tight. But my child's belief is it should be very easy. Now, because my child is not able to open it, he's getting frustrated and he'll either give the bottle to you or he will leave it. Agree? Put A for agree. If they keep trying, doesn't happen, they will either leave it or they will give it to the parent कि मम्मी आप खोल दो और पापा को दे देंगे. ठीक है? But when your child passes this to you, what you can do as a mother, don't do this. Don't open it easily. What you will do is, you are also going to struggle. Keep struggling for 2-3 minutes. You're just acting to teach your child, to change your child's underlying belief. You're doing this and your child is thinking, oh, it's not easy for my mother also. Oh, she's also taking a lot of time. And when you keep doing this, and then after 4-5 minutes, when you open it, your child has got a new message that even when it is tough, we keep trying till we get it. If you love this, put love in the chat box. So what you did was you changed your child's underlying belief. You changed that not everything has to be easy. Now, this is just one example. Like this, we learn a lot of other things that you can do to change your child's underlying belief. So to change what is visible, you have to change the invisible, जो नहीं दिखता है. Right? This is another thing. Then understand the root cause. Don't just look at what they are doing. Focus on, yes, even if your child has a learning delay, it's the same process. Learning delay is not a delay unless you look at it as a delay. When you do the right thing, as there are so many mothers in my community who have children with learning delays, hyperactive children, mothers who were under therapy, getting frustrated, irritated, everything becomes better when you choose to be in the energy of a learner. How many of you are feeling more educated, more relaxed as a mother? If you're feeling that, put feel in the chat box that yes, I feel much better. Yes. So just like that, when you keep learning, you keep feeling better, you keep doing better, children feel better. So this is one thing that all of us need to do for our children, right? Now understanding, and I really hope and wish that everything could be covered in 90 minutes, but what I learned in 9 years cannot be transferred in 90 minutes, but I'm trying to the best of my ability to transfer as much as I can. and the important things which nobody will tell you otherwise. So I'm trying to share those things which nobody else is going to share with you. Now, understanding the root cause, this is very important. Now, understand, children behave like that because they're growing up in a new world. So you cannot really expect your child to be what you were when you were 10 or when you were 7. It is never going to happen. And their days are full of distraction, and there is too much pressure on them. There is too much peer pressure these days. Children in the age group 10, 12, they want to get waxing and hair coloring. Now you are thinking, my child is crazy. My child wants to get hair colored at the age group 12. That's how we react, because we could have never imagined that when we were 12, we would get our hair colored. Correct? But understand where your child is coming from. If your child is not looking a certain way, children at school are making fun. They are not accepting your child in the friend circle. So now your child is thinking, if I don't do it, nobody will talk to me in school. And if I do it, my mother will get angry. So now what is happening? Children are feeling sandwiched. How many of you are feeling a little for your child now? That, my child, I was judging my child so much. Now I feel that, I need to understand my child better. Put UC in the chat box if you understand that we need to understand them. Because as a mother, if you don't understand your child, who will your child go to? You are one person, your child should be fully able to trust, believe, come to you without feeling any pain. But because we are trying to do best for them, we feel, I want to discipline my child, I want to do the best for my child. In the process of trying to do the best, we actually end up making their life very miserable. And the reason that happens is not because of your fault. It is only because of lack of awareness and education and proper guidance. If you agree, put A for agree. That if somebody tells me what is better to do, I will do the better thing. No. But nobody tells me what to do. And that's why I'm not able to do it. So please become an anchor of love for your child. Let me explain this to you with an example. How many of you do this? That sometimes when your mother or, asks you, let's say your mother is asking you to do something. Let's say you're at work or you're at home. But yes, children don't share because they feel scared that when they share, my mother will judge me or she'll lecture me. It happens sometimes, right? So, yeah, we'll do the questions in the end. So please put your questions in the Q&A box, right? Now understand this. Like, let's say you're in work or you're at work or you're a very busy homemaker and your mother calls you right now and she tells you, okay, please do this for me. Now, maybe you're very busy, but still you're thinking, okay, I should do this for my mother because if I don't do this for her, she will feel bad. How many of you do things for your mother sometimes, even if it is difficult? Put yes. Yes, I do it. Just like that, you have to first build that emotional connection with your child. So when you're telling your child to do something, your child will feel, okay, if I don't do it, my mother will feel bad. But these days, what happens, because we have started lecturing and guiding them and, doing so much with them that they feel scared of us. So you have to, the minute your child comes to you or the minute you enter your child's world, your child should feel, oh, my mother is here. Now I don't have to worry. She will take care of me. She will guide me. She will understand me. She will support me. So how many of you would love to become that anchor of love for your child? Put A for anchor. If you can become this anchor of love for your child will also do things for you and do it with joy. They will be self-motivated. You don't have to externally push them. And this is what we talk about. It's the love-based parenting. And when I say love-based parenting, it does not mean you give your child whatever your child wants. Don't do that. I'm not even asking you to do that. Have boundaries for your child, but you have to do it with love, not with fear, force, punishment, threat. Never works. It can work in the short run. In the long run, they will not even come back to us, because understand, right now they are dependent on us. They come to us for food, clothing, shelter, and all of that. Later, when they are adults, they have a choice. when they're independent financially, they have a choice whether, all of us know at least one or two people who don't choose to stay with their parents. Not because they are bad or parents are bad, it's because of the relationship they share. So put LBP in the chat box if you are going to follow love based parenting. And all of this we will be learning for those of you who continue. Yes, amazing. Yes. And now, before I continue and share with you the third secret, if you are having fun, agar maza aa raha hai, so put maza or put fun in the chat box. If you're having fun learning, because learning should be fun, it should not be boring, dragging, irritating. And that's exactly why our children don't love it. That's why, I try to make this so interactive so that you have fun, you enjoy, and that's how it should be. Amazing. Yes, thank you so much, all of you. And the third step, family training. Very important, right? Now, again, I will share with you what are the challenges that we face. Now, all of us know this. I want to discipline my child, but I can't because I want to take screen away. Dadi de deti hai. I feel scared to put my point across because I feel other people might feel bad or they will judge me. I always feel this negative energy towards me. When I go to work, I feel like I'm not doing good as a mother because other people in the house make me feel like that. Or if I'm a homemaker, I'm trying to discipline my child, other people feel, हमारे टाइम पे तो ऐसा नहीं होता था, आपको ही आती है parenting. So, you feel that negativity towards yourself. Not all of you, I'm just saying the general things that I keep receiving. All of you might have different challenges or maybe you don't even have, but I'm just sharing what I keep receiving from mothers. Then sometimes it is husband not responding or husband not supporting, and sometimes in-laws not understanding. Like, I do so much, but I only understand them, they never take a effort to understand me. So these are the challenges that we face mostly in Indian households, right? Then the next thing is, why do we experience these challenges? Now, let me share with you why do we experience it. First, there are no boundaries. Very important to have boundaries in a family. What are boundaries? Boundaries means कि आप कोई चीज उनको communicate करोगे. Like, let's say I'll share with you a story. When I got married, I don't like to eat too much fried food. Now, I got married to a Marwari house and we used to have kachori sabzi, kabhi samosa ban raha hai, subah naashte mein jalebi ban raha hai. And I'm newly married now. Of course, in the first few weeks, you're so scared. You cannot tell them that you can't have these things every day. But one day, very nicely, I was with my mother-in-law and I told her. It took me a lot of courage, but I told her that, Mama, मैं रोज ये कचौरी sabzi samosa I am not able to eat. Is it okay if I get poha made for myself? And she agreed. But some of us are not able to set this boundary, and because of which we suffer. So this is a food boundary, right? So like that, we have many other boundaries. Then the wrong expectation setting. Sometimes we create our own problems by setting the wrong expectations. Like we will keep doing, and then realize this is not something I can do forever. I'll give you another example from my life. So when I got married, my mother-in-law, she has 2 sons. Right? She's very sweet, very nice to me and all of that. And she always wanted to have a daughter. And of course, when she got me, and I'm the bigger bhahu, like elder bhahu. So when she got me as a daughter-in-law, she wanted to live the dream of having a daughter through me. Right? And she loved me and all of that happened. But before we were going for any party, she used to make me change my clothes at least 5 to 6 times. Why? Her intention was good. Her intention was I should look the best in the party. And I kept doing it, right? Because I was just not able to say no to her. And I kept changing my clothes. I kept putting makeup and putting heavy jewelry, which is not me usually, but I was just doing it for her. But never ever I told her that I'm not comfortable with this. And inside, sometimes in the bathroom, I'm crying. I'm like, I'm so done with this. I can't do it. It's just getting too much for me. How many of you are understanding what I'm sharing? If you're understanding, put you for. So was it her fault? No. Her intention was good. It was my fault. Why? Because I was setting the wrong expectation by going on doing what she was asking me to do and not having the courage to tell her how I was feeling. I could have communicated in a nice way. That Mama, मैं थक गई. Is it okay if I just wear this? या Mama, आप ये पांचों देख लीजिए. These are 5 outfits. You choose which one. I will try that one first. Hopefully you will like that in some way. So it is very important, because some of us, what we'll do, we'll keep doing, we will keep doing, and then one day when we'll not be able to do, we will blast. And when we blast, what happens? They will start to feel bad. So before you get to the blast zone, you have to learn how to start setting the right expectations. And then, of course, we don't know how to communicate. And I'm going to share with you stories of mothers just like you. So wait and watch. When I share those stories with you, how is their life changing? And if they can do it, you can do it too. So we have to learn how to communicate what we want in a nice way without making them feel bad, with love. It is possible. So how do we solve these problems? First, we have to learn how to say no. And no is a very important thing. It is not a bad thing if it is said in the right way, in the right context, with the right energy. अगर आप मुंह पे तुरंत नो बोल दोगे सबके सामने, that is wrong. But if you learn to say it, you have to learn this art. So this is what we need to learn. Then we have to focus on our growth, not on the drama. Some of us say that we don't have the time to learn. मैम मैं करना चाहती हूँ, मैं नहीं कर सकती, मेरे पास समय नहीं है. बट हमारा समय है, हमारे पास हमारा समय जा रहा है रोने में, बोलने में. माई चाइल्ड इज फाइटिंग विद आवर चिल्ड्रेन, फीडिंग वन रोटी टू आवर चाइल्ड, trying to take the screen away from them. All of this is also taking time. So put LST in the chat box. Learning saves time. It never takes time. LST. If you are thinking you don't have the time to learn, let me tell you, my dear mothers, you will actually be wasting hundreds and hundreds of hours from your life. And I'm sharing this from my personal experience, because when I became a mother, I was crying, howling, feeling miserable. All my time was going there. And when I started learning, I was able to do so much better as a mother, as a wife. And now, with very humility, I'm saying I'm one of India's leading parenting coaches for mothers. And all of this only because of one thing: lifelong learning. LLL. This is my mantra. If you choose to become a lifelong learner, you are unstoppable in whatever area: health, relationship, career, money. Yes, thank you so much, all of you who are putting LLL in the chat box. Then build your self-esteem. When people say things to you, it will affect you if your self-esteem is low. Let's say you are a good cook. अगर कोई आपके कुकिंग को करेक्ट करेगा, आपको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, because you'll be like, I know I'm a good cook. You don't have to tell me. But if they are pointing some other area which you are not confident about, then you will get affected. So we have to build self-esteem in different areas: as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter-in-law, as a friend, as a employee. When you build your esteem in different areas, then nobody can touch your esteem. You have to be confident from within. Then what people say, it will go back to them. But if you're not confident inside, everything people will say, you will keep taking it inside, and it will become your truth. And then, of course, learn to set boundaries with love. No matter how amazingly amazing your family is, we all have to learn how to set boundaries. I'm blessed with a great family, but till the time I did not set boundaries, I was not able to see the goodness in them. I was always complaining, blaming, finding faults, feeling less about my life, only because I was not setting boundaries. But when I started setting boundaries, same family became amazing. Right? So this is the third secret: family training. So how many of you think that for you to become a good mother, all of you are a good mother, but to evolve as a mother, we have to have all these three things: self-training, child training, family training? If you agree, put A for agree in the chat box. That yes, all these three things. Amazing. And how many of you love this? If you loved it, put love in the chat box. If you loved what I shared. So this is what I wanted to share with you. I've been speaking non-stop for the last 90 minutes. And like I promised, if you stick around and if you qualify by staying till the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity to continue this journey with me. But before I do that, let me ask you two questions. The first question that I want to ask you: how many of you feel that there is a lot more to learn as far as the application of this information is concerned? If you feel there is a lot more to learn, put more in the chat box. कि अभी बहुत सीखना है, इतना मजा आया लेकिन अभी और मजा चाहिए. I want to learn more. Amazing. And my second question to you is: how many of you feel that if I do not continue on this journey of learning, I will miss out, my child will miss out on his overall development. If you're getting that feeling, put feel in the chat box that yes, I'm getting that feeling, that this is something that I need to do for myself and for my child. Amazing. And I really want to appreciate all the mothers who are putting feel in the chat box, because this feeling is something I cannot transfer in you. It has to come from you, it has to come from within. Because if you don't want it for yourself, if you don't want it for your child, what about me? Even God cannot help you, right? Amazing. So now, do I have your permission to share a little about my community with you? If I have your permission, please give me P for permission, and I'd like to share a little about my community with you. Yes, thank you.